Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy, that one guy here, and today we're reviewing a cartoon slash live action tier list. Now, majority of these we have seen. By we, I'm here with my sister today,
Hi, what's up, guys?
and today we're gonna be reviewing these. Most of these we have seen. Some of them, maybe like one or two, we probably have never seen before, and I've seen the majority of these. I think I would imagine. So I think it should be fun to actually see what opinion is of cartoons that we grew up watching.
Right.
All right, so let's begin with the first one. So the first one will be 16. So what did you think about it?
Well, when I was younger, I think that it was really quirky and kind of like what maybe you think a teenager would have been like. But looking back on it now, and I think I've looked at it in recent years, it's not as good as I thought it was. So I probably put it at like a B. It's not bad, but it's not like super, super good.
Yeah, because I think when 16 was kind of like it was so weird to watch 16 because of there was like a lot of like they sneezed a lot on the show. Like you see like all the like stuff fly out of the nose
yeah,
and like
I
where they
remember that.
threw up a lot. So it's kind of like okay, so this is how they imagine 16 is kind of like. But I guess it's just the art style back in the day. But yeah, I can kind of agree with you. It would be a B. Now for me, you've seen some of Adventure Time, right?
Some.
I watched Adventure Time, and I think it's an amazing show. I love Adventure Time. I love the arcs that every single character kind of goes down, and it's amazing to see how like a cartoon can make you like cry almost. It's crazy. So I'm gonna put this in the S tier. I'm not sure why there's an S tier. I'm not sure why that's there. Maybe you might think like some shows are better than others, but I don't know. But like my opinion, the SS tier doesn't exist just because there's no because if a show is an SS tier, then it's an S tier show. So that doesn't make sense. Now it's like this like the GOAT show, the greatest show of all time.
Okay.
Okay, All Grown Up. Have you ever seen this one?
No, I think that was before our time.
No, this wasn't before our time. No, All Grown Up was the sequel to Rugrats. So
Really?
it's
That's the new one?
that it's not that new. So All Grown Up is just pretty much just a sequel.
I never watched Rugrats, so that's a never seen.
So never seen. Okay, The Amazing World of Gumball. Again, I love Amazing World of Gumball. You've never seen it, of course,
I
but
have seen the Amazing World of Gumball. I'm just not into it.
but again, you have not seen all of it.
No.
So, in my opinion, it's another S rank show. In my opinion, it's amazing. I love it. American Dad. Now, I can comment on this because it's kind of like the same thing with me and Family Guy. Why I think Family Guy is better than American Dad. Personally, for me, I never really liked American Dad. I mean, his thing. I think Family Guy came on first, then American Dad came on. I was like, American Dad's not that good in my opinion. I know some people like it. Some people like it more than Family Guy, but in my opinion, I think it's an all-right show. I think I'm gonna put it into the C category. It's an all-right show, but I just never really liked American Dad as much as Family Guy. Aquaforce. Now I watched Aquaforce. I can't remember when the last time I actually did watch it, but I did find it interesting and funny to watch. So I think I'm gonna put this in the A tier. I love the characters because pretty much the three main characters are a drink, fries, and a meatball, and I don't know why, but I just found that was hilarious back when I was a kid. Oh, back when I was like a teenager. It was great. Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's no way possibly you don't think Avatar. I guess that's the reason why you need the SS rank.
Right.
Because you have like you think that this is the best show, right?
Superior.
The period show. So I think Avatar has to go in that tier, I would imagine.
I think it's above everything else.
Yeah, I think you have to put it in SS, even though it's blacked out. You can, but you know it's Avatar. All right, Batman the Animated Series. This is on HBO Max, and I started rewatching it again.
Oh, really?
And it still is amazing till this day. I don't know how, but Batman the Animated it's like Batman the Animated Series and then Superman the Animated Series, where like they're just amazingly good animation wise. Especially for this time. This came out in like the 90s, I believe so. Can you verify for that for me?
Yeah. Yeah, 90s, early 90s.
Okay, early 90s. Okay, I remember that. It was so good, especially animation wise for its time. It was amazing. So I think it deserves an S rank because just these anime. Just I think even the stories to this day, it's still an amazingly and good animated show. It's kind of like Justice League for us, where like animation wise it looked amazing.
Yeah.
It's like that. Imagine that, but like in the 90s. That's how good it was. Ben 10, the original one.
For me, that's it's either an S tier or an A tier. I really liked it, and even when I looked back at it, I still really liked it.
Yeah. For me, I have not watched Ben 10 in a while, but I think I'm gonna come home every day and watching Ben 10 though.
Yeah,
It,
that was everybody.
that was the show to watch.
Right.
Especially, I don't know who the Man of Action is, but like it's created by the Man of Action, so like yeah, it was good. I really did enjoy it. I think you could probably put it into like a high A, like in my opinion, it's above Aquaforce in my opinion. But it's not. I think it's not as good as these shows in my opinion. Big Time Rush.
Love Big Time Rush. They're getting back together, or already did. But basing it off their show, I'd probably put it in a B tier. I think that was a good teen show, but that's that weird period that Nickelodeon was going through.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Victorious and stuff. So I'd say a B tier. Music was good, but the show, at least for me, was like a B tier.
Yeah, because I remember they did like a lot of laugh tracks, didn't they? Like like a ton. Because every time they punch each other, it's like it's a laugh track. But in the laugh track again, is another laugh track. It's like hold up, why is there so many laugh tracks? What the heck is going on? So yeah, I think it's a B tier. I think it's a good. The music is good. It's just you have a lot of times where you just have that like.
They're trying to create comedy.
They're trying to create comedy by making so many laugh tracks.
Right.
The Bone Dogs. Now, I love the Bone Dogs. It's honestly a really funny show. But I know like you have never seen it, have you?
I've only seen like a snippet of it, and that was back like 8-10 years ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, but the Bone Dogs, in my opinion, that's an S tier show.
It's not the Boondocks.
Oh, is it the Boondocks or the Bone? Well, I mean, people say different ways though.
Okay.
It's either Bone or the Bone. I don't know. But yeah, I think that is an S tier show. It's amazing. It's funny. Camp Blaslow. Honestly, I could probably say this. I mean, this was like one that time of like where they had like the weirdly animated shows, and I think Camp Blaslow was along that line of like it's not. In my opinion, I just didn't find that funny when I went back and watched it. Like one episode, I tried to go back and rewatch it. It just wasn't that funny in my opinion.
Yeah, same.
But it's still. I don't think it's like a bad show or anything. So it's not a D tier. So I think it belongs. I think it's a C tier show. It's not bad. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's not great either. Because I think these shows are above it at least. So Cat Dog.
Now that is right before, like, at least I was born. So I never watched it. But from what I saw, for me, I thought that it was weird. But again, that's the 90s. It was different. So that's obviously a never seen.
Yeah, I've never seen it either, so I really can't comment on it. Yeah. I mean, I've seen like images of Cat Dog. I just never watch it. Chowder. I know you don't like Chowder, do you?
I don't not like it. It's just not a show where I'm like, I have to watch that. Or like I stopped, I think, midway through one of their seasons early on. I didn't just keep watching it, so for me, it's probably like a C tier. It's just okay.
Me, Chowder's an A tier show. Chowder is so good. I know you don't like it, or you don't. I don't
really care.
You don't really care for it. But in my opinion, Chowder's an A tier show. Man, Chowder, the main character, he's honestly like kind of like he's like honestly just a relatable character. He just is. I don't know why, but honestly, he's just a really cool show. He's just a really cool dude. So you said C, I put A, so that's a B. But I guess I put it in B tier. The Cleveland Show. I've seen this one because I remember this was during that weird point in time where like Cleveland left Family Guy and he went to make his own show.
That's who that is.
Yeah, Cleveland Brown. Yeah. Man, that show was so weird. Even for me, I love Family Guy, but I was like, I did not really like the Cleveland show. I didn't know why I didn't like the Cleveland show, but it was honestly just kind of wasn't that funny. The same way as Family Guy was. They tried to do the same thing, but it's just Cleveland and like his family doing him and his like, what's it, adopted family? As I him and his family were just kind of doing the same adventures. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it like a C. It wasn't bad. I just didn't really care for the Cleveland show. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Now I can say something about this. Oh my god, this is like the peak of animated television.
He was obsessed with it.
Dude, it was so good. I was like, dude. I think Disney didn't have this at the time. It was Lucasfilm Animation had this at the time. It's like, this is peak animation. All the characters are so relatable. You have Cody, you have Rex, you have Anakin. This is before Anakin went to the dark side. You had Ahsoka Tano. It was just like all these characters were so amazing. I love all these characters. In my opinion, this is an SS show. I love it. You can't comment on it, so honestly, your opinion doesn't matter.
Okay.
And okay, so next is Cory in the House.
All right. Not as good as That's So Raven, for one.
Well, of course not.
Second, I haven't looked at that since it came out, however long ago. At the time, I think I thought that was cool because they were showing the White House. I'm making air quotes, the White House.
Yeah.
But to me, it just didn't really seem realistic, obviously.
Yeah.
And I probably put it at like a B/C tier, something like that. I don't know specifically where. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember much about Cory in the House.
Me neither. I just remember he lived in the White House.
Yeah,
and his dad was the cook.
Yeah, I mean that's literally all. That's all I remember about Cory in the House. Is like he lived in the White House, and he's like, oh yeah, flex on everyone. I live in the White House now. That's
I was just about to say that.
It's like okay, dude, we're flex, but okay. So yeah, I think it's a C. I don't. Do I think it's better than Camp Lazlo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than Camp Lazlo. That's it. Courage the Cowardly Dog, your favorite show.
And that is said with so much sarcasm. I cannot stand that show.
Because you know, Return the Slab.
I can't even tell you what. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I do. Man, Courage is so good though. It's amazing. I don't know why, but Courage, because I think it's coming back with a new movie.
With Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, with Scooby-Doo, yeah. But dude, Courage, yes sir. Courage was the dude, honestly. My opinion, Courage is an A tier show. For you, it's probably a D tier, isn't it?
Yeah, and if there was an F or Z tier, it'd be down there. I don't like that show.
Alright, so I say A, you said D, so it's like...
Just go ahead and put an A, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't like it in general.
Cow and Chicken?
Never watched it.
No. I don't know if that was that one Wit episode, though. I think there's the one where, like... There's always that, like... I remember all the time we went to our aunt's house. Like, Cow and Chicken always came on. I don't know why. It always came on. It was always, like, the same episode over and over again. It was never a different episode.
I never watched it.
Honestly, I thought it was terrible. I hated the characters. But again, I only watched one episode, so I can't comment. So I'm gonna put never seen. Danny Phantom. Now we can talk about this one.
Yes, that's such a good show. For me, not as good as Avatar, but still really good. So I'd say an S tier.
Okay, you say an S tier. Okay, I would say yeah, it's an A tier show. I think that Danny as a character, honestly, he is a vibe. Honestly.
Yeah.
He's honestly a relatable character. Mm-hmm. He really is. In fact, his parents are like the dumbest people, even though they're scientists.
Oh my gosh! Don't get me started with Jack. Like, really? The amount of times he should have found out that he was a ghost and.
I'm like, Jack, how? Like how?
And then they're like, I can't remember the mom's name, but they're like
Maddie.
How did he even get her? Not because of like the way he looks, but because of how he acts. Like
yeah.
I just
Manga's like Houseway. How? Like how? I was like, how do you get her? Like, it doesn't make any
it
sense.
doesn't make any sense.
But it's like it was either her, him, or Vlad, and like
and Vlad was just, I was just about to say it was horrible.
yeah. So like it was not a good situation for her. Let's be
Well,
honest.
she probably could have got somebody else.
That's true. I think yeah. I believe that's gonna be a high A. Do you think it's above Ben 10 or below it?
Above.
Above? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely above.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Again, S.A. tier. I loved Dexter's Laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Still love that.
Well, I mean, I don't remember much about it, so you had to kind of decide.
Well, you know, he has a sister, Dee Dee, that's kind of goofy.
Annoying.
And not a good portrayal of a girl, because not all girls are like that. And then kind of like the annoying...
Well, remember, like, Dexter's Lab wasn't around the same time as the Powerpuff Girls, too? Mm-hmm. So, like, again, they had, like, two opposites of, like, two sides of like, a coin, you know?
Right. So... It was a late 90s show, early 2000s show.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was cool that he had a lab, you know, basically underneath his house or in his closet or whatever. Yeah, but basically it was in his closet. And Dee Dee knew, but his parents didn't know, which again, I don't know how you got away with that, with the amount of experiments he did, if you've ever seen it.
And in fact, it's like, I'm surprised Diddy has never accidentally told, like, her mom or her dad, like, oh yeah, do you know Dexter has a lab?
Well, you know, honestly, they make her character really ditzy, but I don't think she actually is. I think that's a front.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to act like she is so people don't suspect her.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, too, she really loved Dexter in her own weird way, so I think that's the way that she was bonding with him. And if you had said something, well, he couldn't have been helping her.
Yeah.
He couldn't have been having his own side hustle, if you will. Not that he made money off of it. But
He totally could have made some. Honestly,
he really could have.
Honestly, probably Dexter's probably like a billionaire. Probably. Let's be honest. He probably is.
Yeah. And then I just liked him too as like a character. I feel like they portrayed him really well, and I wouldn't say he had a lot of depth, but I think it fit. And then the sister, and then the family, and how they were.
Yeah.
So I'd say like A tier, maybe behind Danny Phantom.
A tier. Okay. I can't argue because I don't remember much.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, Drake and Josh. No.
Drake and Josh for me is an S tier.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I could totally see it being an S tier.
Yeah.
Hug me, brother.
Exactly.
That's iconic now.
Yes, has been iconic.
Yeah. You know, it kind of sucks what's going on with Drake.
Yeah.
So Drake Bell, like what's going on with him, and I mean, like, his thing. In my opinion, it doesn't diminish the show.
No.
Because what of the actor? Because again, he's younger than that anyway, and they're not gonna have like a reunion anymore because of what he has done. But
I don't think they're gonna have a reunion in general.
No. There was talks that Josh was actually trying to get a reunion back together.
Oh.
So, but now that can't happen. So, but in my opinion, yeah, I think Drake and Josh, it was funny. It was definitely funny for its time.
Yes.
So I think I can agree it is an S tier show. So Ed, and Eddie.
Loved it when I was little. Thought it was super hilarious. And for me, I think when I was younger, I would have put that as like an S tier, A tier.
Mm-hmm.
For me now, it's probably like a B tier because, I mean, I know they're gonna be immature. They're like 5th graders or something like that.
Wait, are they 5th graders?
I don't know. I don't remember how old they are. I haven't seen that show in forever. But thinking back on it now, I'd probably put it at like a B tier.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, his thing, Ed was a vibe. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
Ed, he was just a vibe. He was legit. He was the dumbest dude, but somehow he was kind of the smartest at the same time.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't make any sense.
That's how I feel like they portray a lot of characters, are the ones that you would never suspect of being smart or having eloquent ideas. Do end up having that, and it would just make it that much more funny. I agree with that.
Yeah. And what do you think? What do you think? What Ed and Eddie go? Probably like an A tier, right?
Well, I said a B tier.
Oh, you said B tier? Okay.
So maybe like a high B tier, low A tier, something like that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put it above 16.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Biased. I love that show. Now the later ones, we always say with like Chloe and Sparky, even kind of Poof, I think diminished the show. They should have stopped in their prime, at least for me. But if I'm basing it off of the early ones, I'd say like an A tier. A tier, probably behind like Ben 10.
Yeah, I would say the same thing because I do imagine now, like, if they didn't add like these extra characters because they want, I don't know why they want to add extra characters onto the show.
Sometimes it's just to bring depth and just like a new personality and
Yeah,
all that.
but again, like certain characters just, in my opinion, just don't fit on the show. Some of the characters just honestly just do not fit.
Yeah.
And then Chloe just did not fit because of like a second God kid. Like, but why though? Like, not say wanted like Timmy to get a girlfriend at that point, but if that was
no, I think they said that's because they ran out of Fairly Odd Parents, right? And they lived in the same.
I know
vicinity or something.
I know, but that explanation is kind of dumb though.
But they're trying to get a character on there.
That's
right?
that is true.
Most
Yeah.
people are not going to care how it happens.
I like how we can, but honestly, we could probably just discuss about Fairly Odd Parents
Oh
like
my God, forever.
for all day if we wanted to. It doesn't make any sense. Family Guy. Now you have never seen Family Guy.
Actually, yes, I have. I know who Stewie is.
Okay.
Right? And I've seen snippets of it when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough to put it in a tier, but to me, at least, I always thought either it was absurdly funny or it was super weird.
That's Family Guy in a nutshell.
Yeah.
That's honestly how Family Guy really is just described. In my opinion, Family Guy is again kind of like peak modern television because again they always make references to everything, no matter what. Even sometimes I think there was
Right. Didn't they predict the future on one of them?
Oh yeah, they predicted the future multiple times.
Yeah.
I think there's like one episode where I think like they predicted that Donald Trump was gonna be the president, and he did. And I was like, I don't know how long that was ago, but like they predicted that. Either that or The Simpsons. I forgot what one it was.
Yeah, well, I know for sure that Family Guy has done it.
In my opinion, I think Family Guy is like kind of like an A, like almost, it's too good to be of a show. In my opinion, I think it's like an S tier show.
Okay. I can't comment. So.
You can't comment. Man, I don't know.
Don't put that above Drake and Josh, even if I didn't watch it.
Fine. Okay. I'll make a deal. Fine. All right. The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Stupid.
Yeah, it was so bad because it's like Candy Wife was such a weird character, like, and like because remember there was multiple times they did like the kind of like the realistic version of the characters. I'm like, oh no, and it's like well, it's like, why are they living inside of a well? Doesn't make any sense.
I just think that was extremely strange, and that was
Hey,
a
listen.
time when Cartoon Network 2 was doing the same thing, kind of going through.
Yeah, they were like transitioning over into
Weird phase.
into a different period.
Yeah.
I think that's honestly. Could you put that as a D tier show?
Yeah,
I honestly, you go. I mean, there's probably people who probably really like this show. Don't get me wrong. I thought at points in time it was a pretty damn good show, but most of the time it did not make any sense of why Flapjack and the freaking captain even knew each other. Like why was like Flapjack so like he was so invested in the character of the captain.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why. Okay, the Flintstones.
Love that. How would I put that though?
Because see, if we rank these above these, in my opinion, I don't think it's better than Danny Phantom though. Do you?
Maybe because of the day and age, no. The concept, I'd say yes.
Yeah, because this thing back in the day, probably this was such a cool idea. Like
It was. It's just like the Jetsons.
Because honestly, I'll probably put the Jetsons up here too. Like, what we're gonna do both of them. The Flintstones, I think they released them on the same time. I'm pretty sure. Maybe.
Jetsons might have been 70s, 80s, something like that. Maybe that's when it ended.
Yeah. So they released them on the same time in the 60s. So that's okay. So we can say the concept of these were probably amazing, prehistoric time, and then like way in the future, futuristic. Wasn't like almost like the year 3000 kind of, really, if you think about it. So I think the concept of these were cool, but if we go back and we watch most of these, was like they weren't as good as some of these shows that we probably rate them. But if we're doing the concept, if we're just doing based off what we think, I think both of the shows are an A tier show.
Yeah, I agree.
You would have to probably say the Flintstones and the Jetsons themselves both are an A tier show.
Yeah.
You can't go lower than that. Because iconic too. I mean, like both of them are.
Definitely.
Okay, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
I watched that when I was little. I don't know why. For me, that show was weird, too much. For me, that's like a D tier. I didn't like it, but I'll hear what you have to say.
Okay, so Foster's Home for Imaginary Friend, it was a show that was probably meant more towards like the guy audience, not like a female audience, because of how weird and wacky it was. And for most guys, like, dude, that was the perfect kind of show, because nothing about Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends makes any sense.
Yeah.
The concept is weird. The concept is whack. Nothing makes sense, but it's okay because it's the literally imaginary. That's literally that's the whole point. They're imaginary friends. It's like that's such a cool concept. Like, my imaginary friend is real somewhere. You know, that's kind of how I imagine it. So I think honestly that concept alone makes it an A tier show. The concept of an idea like your imaginary friend is real somewhat.
Yeah.
So I think that's an A tier show. You say D tier, so that's kind of like high C, low B.
Well, I put it under Chowder, so you could probably go B tier.
Okay, Futurama. You
let me just spoil this for you. I didn't watch Futurama. I didn't watch Gravity Falls. I can't stand Billy and Mandy. So you can comment on all three of those.
Okay. Well, is Billy and Mandy even on here?
It's right there. The Grim Adventures.
Oh yeah, I see it right there.
Why would I just say that? I can't stand that show.
Okay, well, fair enough. Okay.
But I can't comment on Hannah Montana.
We're not there at that point yet.
Just letting you know.
Okay, well, Futurama. I think Futurama is an S tier show. Futurama. Because again, I think this was the same point in time where I kind of got into Family Guy as well. So I think that Futurama is just was like so unique of an idea. Even again, it's kind of the same thing as the Jetsons, but it's just more explicit. that's the only difference between the Jetsons and Futurama. And I think, yeah, in my opinion, this definitely is an S tier show. I love Futurama, but do I like it more than Family Guy? I don't know if I like it. I think Family Guy was my opinion. Family Guy is more funnier than Futurama, and that's just my opinion. All right, okay. Gravity Falls again. You have seen it actually.
I've only seen a snippet.
But not you. Most of the time, in my room, I'm watching Gravity Falls.
Yeah, but I ain't paying no attention, so I haven't.
No, actually, yeah, no, actually, you did. You were like, it was like that weird Mageddon thing where like. Yeah, like everything was just strange and nothing makes sense. Okay, you don't remember.
I can't tell you anything.
Again, in my opinion, it's among the same league. In my opinion, Adventure Time and Amazing World of Gumball. I just loved it. So I think as well. God, I'm putting a lot of shows in the S tier. Holy crap. Okay, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and you said like previously, what was it? Well, Foster's Home, that you didn't like Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy either.
I've never liked it.
You never liked it. I liked it. I mean, mind you, I liked Billy. Billy was funny. I hated Mandy. I understand you have to hate Mandy because Mandy legit is like the mean girl. But it's like she's like what? It's like how? Like, why is Billy friends with her? Like, it doesn't make no sense. Again, I put Billy and Mandy in the B tier, so. It's like a low C.
Okay.
Because you don't like it. You probably put it in a D tier, most likely, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Hannah Montana.
Alright, biased. Now Miley Cyrus, I don't even have to comment. Basically, even at the time she kinda had problems.
Yeah.
But for me, I looked at it I think like 5 years ago. And I liked it then. I don't know if I'd like it as much now, but when I was little, that was the show. You came home, you watched it on Friday night, you went to school on Monday, you talked all day about it. And then the episode with Jesse and Jake, we were freaking out for months about that. So look, that should just tell you. For me, that's a top S tier show. That's it.
I can't comment because I've never seen it.
You've never seen Hannah Montana?
No, okay. Rephrase that. I have seen it. I don't remember much about it.
Oh,
because I remember the guy friend of Hannah Montana,
Oliver.
Because because I remember
That's Mitchell Musso.
Mitchell Musso. Yeah, I was trying to remember the guy's name. I remember he had this whole dedicated episode of like he could just sing really well, and Hannah Montana was like looking at him like what the hell, like when can he sing like this?
Yeah, he can. Yeah.
But like he never sang on the show until like later on in the season, and like it was weird. But yeah, you say high S. I'll put high S for you.
Thank you.
Hey Arnold. Hey football shaped head. Come on.
Never watched it.
That's American football shaped head.
I never watched it. I've heard stuff about it.
Dude, Hey Arnold, it's good. It's really. I think there was like a really like depressing episode on it too. I forgot which one it was, but like you probably look it up. There's a video about it. But yeah, I think Hey Arnold, American's football shaped head, deserves to be an A tier. Hey, listen. Him and you've heard of Helga Potasia, right?
Is that the chick with the blonde ponytail?
That's her.
Yeah.
She's from Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
And pretty much she is crazy about Arnold.
Is she really?
She loves him, but she will never show him personally. Even though I think they kiss in like the movie or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, she's like, I can't love you, but like
basically she loves to hate him. It's the chase.
Yeah, it's a chase about him.
Okay.
So yeah. Alright, iCarly. iCarly has a reunion. I actually seen like one episode of it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I need to look at it.
So what you think about iCarly, the like original series?
Okay. This is weird for me because when I was younger, I think I actually did kind of like it. One Direction was on there. I love One Direction. But
in my opinion, you can't have like, I don't think it's better than Big Time Rush though.
That's what I was gonna say. For me, especially thinking back now and with them having their reunion, I didn't like it as much as I made myself out to like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I liked Miranda Cosgrove and she had been on Drake and Josh,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to like it so much.
And I love Freddie. No, but I love Freddie, and I love the cameraman.
I just had his name. You mean her brother Spencer?
No, not Spencer. Well, I love Freddie.
Gibby?
Oh, Gibby, Freddie, Gibby, and Spencer.
Yeah, I love Spencer.
Dude, those three characters were great. Now, I did not care for I think honestly it's kind of weird. I didn't care for the two main actresses. I love the guy characters because like, listen, Spencer and Gibby were just honestly, I had to say again, they were just a vibe. They are, dude. I don't know why, but Spencer kind of made me want to try spaghetti tacos. I did not know why. It sounds absolutely disgusting.
But he had so much conviction about it, and
Yeah.
you already had a love for him that you're like, if he said I should try it,
It's like I'm going to try it.
right, and I like tacos, I'm gonna do it. Not that we ever did that.
Yeah, we never did that. I might try that one day. Who knows?
Oh, that's gross. I would say like a B tier, low B tier, high C tier.
Yeah, I'll probably put below. Yeah, Invader Zim.
Never seen it.
Never seen it as well. Jimmy Neutron. Okay, so where do we put Faye Odd Pants?
A tier.
A tier. Jimmy Neutron, in my opinion, is a B tier. It's like just a lesser version of Faye Odd Parents, but Vanka, the crossovers.
Oh, the crossovers slapped.
Vanka, the crossovers are like the SS tier. Let's be honest.
Yes, that's what I was saying. I was never a fan of Jimmy Neutron. Don't get me wrong. Love Carl. He's awesome.
It's like, are you gonna finish that croissant?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I love Carl.
Yeah. But at the same time, for me, it just was never something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna watch that.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, when they had the crossovers, same thing coming on Friday night, and you knew that was coming on.
Yeah.
And they were so good. That would be like, just like you said, SS tier. But in general, for me, it's like a low B tier, high C tier. I was never into it.
I thought Jimmy Neutron was actually pretty good. I thought Jimmy Neutron, in my opinion, it wasn't as good as Faye Odd Parents, of course. I think at the time it wasn't. But I went back and rewatched it. I was like, man, I kind of enjoyed Jimmy Neutron. Like, what the heck? Even though the animation style was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? It's like it's unique for what it is. So I think it's a B tier.
Okay.
So it's probably like in the middle, like here somewhere. So I'm gonna put it like below Big Time Rush.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny Test.
All right, Johnny Test. We actually had a discussion about that a couple weeks ago, didn't we?
We did.
At the time, thought it was amazing.
Because I think I had a problem with Mary and Susan Test of like how they fussed so heavily on Gil, even though Gil just did not pay attention to them like whatsoever.
See, that's the stereotypical teenage crush. He lives next door. He's hot, again air quotes, for a animated character, right?
Right.
And to them, he's just everything. Now, yes, Gil didn't do jack diddly squat. Gil just like Johnny, he didn't know who anybody else was. Like he was definitely the surfer blonde.
Yeah, because like, he liked Johnny and then get like Dookie too, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Dookie. Dookie's awesome. But I'd say that's like a B tier, if that. Especially thinking back on it, I don't think it's as good as I also made that out to be.
Yeah, because I think they're getting new episodes. I think
they are on Netflix, and they're doing a new show of Johnny Test.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I kind of agree. If I go back and if I think about all the characters, yeah, Dookie was honestly probably my favorite, and then will probably be Johnny. I never really liked Johnny though.
Really?
As a character, no, I never really liked Johnny. I can understand he is the annoying younger brother. But I'm like, Bo, like, your sisters are dealing with dangerous experiments. He's like, oh yes, let me chew on this glowing piece of gum and let's see what happens. It's like, I'm like, Bo, like,
I think that's not every boy. I shouldn't say that, but what they would make you think would be what guys think about.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you told me no. Like, I'm older than you. If I told you no, don't do that, and you were younger, be like, oh, she said don't do that, I'm gonna do it, right? And to him it was like the appeal, the danger, and they said no, like I should do it. I think that's what it is. I kind of liked him as a character. He wasn't my favorite. Honestly, to me, he was super annoying. So,
well, that's your annoying boy character, is he not?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna. So I think B tier.
I think it's a B tier, like under iCarly probably.
On iCarly, okay. Johnny Bravo.
All right. Mixed feelings. I love Johnny Bravo. I think it's a good show, especially for the 90s. But then when I think about the way that he treated females, at least for me, I was like, that's very demeaning. I also know that's a part of his character. So I'd say that's like a B tier.
Yeah,
maybe high B tier.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird because I know a lot of people. I mean, if people go back and we watch Johnny Bravo, man, people probably would cancel Johnny Bravo.
Not probably. They would have.
They would cancel Johnny Bravo so fast.
Yeah.
Because of how he acted. But again, that was just how he acted.
That's his character.
That's just his character. So I was like, I don't think that's a character fault. It's just of how the writers wanted to make Johnny Bravo. So yeah, I think it's a B tier. But I think it's above 16 though.
Oh yeah.
I think it's above 16. I don't think it's as good as Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Kim Possible.
S tier, S tier. Honestly, that's Ron, Rufus. That's all that needs to be said.
Yeah, Ron and Rufus, in my opinion, they kind of carried the show.
Oh, they did. That's what everybody talks about, especially since they had the movie, which I didn't watch. I heard it was horrible.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
But that's what they said when it started becoming a thing where you talk about carrying a show. They did. Like, love Kim, don't get me wrong. She's a bad chick. But
honestly, Mon honestly carries the show, and then Rufus is just there because honestly, who would have thought a naked Movat would have been a cool pet?
Right.
And it's like, whoa, naked Movat? I want one now because of Rufus. Even though I'm pretty sure I probably wouldn't want one exactly, but it's cool.
And he could get away with not talking and just having scenes and doing his own thing, which just showed how good of a character he was.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kim Possible, you put yourselves among the goats.
Yeah.
SS tier. King of the Hill.
Never watched it.
I've watched it. I think it's an A tier show. I think it's good. And in fact, there's only because again, there's actually this one meme that came out of kind of King of the Hill, and in fact, it's probably a really good meme. It's really funny, but besides that, King of the Hill was a good show. I mean, I don't know if it ended though. It might have ended, I think, and honestly, it's still kind of funny, even though they never had it was really dry humor, but you can kind of tell where the jokes are coming from.
Right.
So I think it's a good show. Oh, Kids Next Door.
Oh, love that show. That's an S tier.
Yeah, I agree with you. S tier.
S tier.
Hey, listen, number one.
Oh yeah.
Number one carry that show. Come on, let's be honest.
Honestly, he was. I mean, then he was bald, but he went with it.
Yeah, I was like, well, you're bald, but
you're 12, but how are you bald?
I was like, I'll accept that.
And then they have the coolest treehouse too.
Dude,
Like,
the theme song too.
oh yeah.
The thing, honestly, also I also love the gadgets too, of like how unique the gadgets were.
Right.
Because like, there's everyday items just combined into like an item, you know.
Right. One thing. Yeah.
One thing, yeah. S tier. Actually, can I put this above? Put this on one. I have no idea. I guess I put it right there. Above Missing One Gumball, but not by my opinion. I think Gravity Falls is better. As a better storytelling.
Okay.
My Life as a Teenage Robot.
I watched that. I put it at like a low B tier. Probably, I put it just behind Johnny Test. I don't remember enough about it, but I know I used to watch that a lot when I was little.
What her name was Jenny, wasn't it?
I don't even know. Now I say I watched that a lot when I was little, but I don't remember her name.
I think her name is Jenny.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
The Looney Tunes show.
Oh my gosh. I used to be obsessed with that show. That
What-
probably sounds super weird.
What once you like watching it like a couple months ago?
I was, yeah, don't throw shade. But, okay, anyway, I was saying don't throw shade at me. Yes, I did watch it again. I think that Daffy is super funny.
Daffy honestly is kind of me. Daffy is me all the way. I don't know why, but like honestly, there was like this YouTube video where it's like Daffy and Bugs acting like a married couple. I was like, oh my god,
They actually do act like a married couple.
They lead a married couple. Like, oh my god, like it's like the dynamic between Bugs and Daffy was perfect.
That's what I said. I didn't recently find out until I started watching again that was the same person. I said, holy crap, like...
Oh, the voice actor of Daffy?
Yeah.
I mean, because I think like because Tom Kenny does like the same exact thing too. Like he voices like multiple characters, but like he's just such a good actor, like voice actor. You don't have no idea that's what like a completely different character.
And then too, like just how diverse they were, like how they acted, everything. But I was super obsessed with that show.
Because I remember like because Bugs started dating Lola.
Right. Honestly, that was the weirdest pairing ever.
I mean, it makes sense because in Space Jam, the original one, like Lola was like the other bunny, and it's like okay, cool. So they got together. That's sick. And then I think Daffy got together with someone too.
I didn't ever watch Space Jam.
No, I'm talking about in the
Oh yeah, God, I know her name. I just had it.
Was it Tifa or something like that?
Tifa, it's Tina.
Oh, well,
you were pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, Tifa, Tina, Lena, Dina. Who cares?
Tifa. Oh, that's the best. That's all I'm gonna see right now. Godly. But I was gonna say I know that in previous things where they have talked about Looney Tunes, Lola and Bugs were always together. Even this is weird. Even baby Looney Tunes like. They alluded to that. That was sorry. But for me still, I think that's an S tier show.
I don't remember much about it, but honestly,
it was elite.
But just thinking about the show, I was like just thinking about all the characters. Every character, it just hit. All the characters just hit. Even Porky Pig, sometimes like he was a cool kid.
Porky. There was this one. I'm gonna just do this real quick. So I was looking at it again, and do you remember the episode where they were acting like Porky was a murderer?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking back at that again, and basically, Daffy has like a love-hate relationship with Porky. He likes him, but he really doesn't like him.
Yeah.
He uses him, right?
Yeah, because I remember like one time he's like, "What's Porky's number?" It's like, oh, Bugs told him what his number is. Like, what's his last name? Pig. And it's like that's a dumb last name. I'm like Daffy.
But your last name is Duck. Like, honestly,
I was like, oh my god, Daffy.
so funny.
Daffy, I love you. Come on, man.
Right.
But yeah. But I'm also too, like, I think they were like when the Looney Tunes show was on Cartoon Network, they did like the little shorts of like the songs and stuff like that.
They did, yes. They had Yellow Bird.
They had grilled cheese.
Oh my god, that was so. At the time, I still am like. That's weird, but like weirdly satisfying.
Because he was in the bed, like he was like rubbing the grilled cheese. I was like, oh, like wait a minute, hold up, this is not normal.
Right, you're kind of like, wait, like you got some interesting feelings towards it, like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was good.
Man, I love the fact that I just went on we just went on this long tangent of just the Looney Tunes show.
I could talk about that literally forever.
honestly, I need to make a podcast and just talk about the
Looney Tunes show, the characters.
Honestly, we could probably we can make a podcast called the cartoon podcast, something like that, where we just talk about like our favorite cartoons, stuff like that, like how like sometimes cartoons don't make any sense like anymore, but like there's still sometimes they still have those episodes where it just hits,
where it's relevant.
Yeah. Okay, the original Looney Tunes.
OG Looney Tunes is SS tier.
I think no matter what, you can't not have it SS tier.
It's just that good.
Because honestly, one, it's iconic. Two, the characters did so many spin-offs of it. Because you know this, they had the Looney Tunes show, you had Baby Looney Tunes, you had they had like a bunch of other Tiny Toons.
Duck Dodgers.
Duck Dodgers. Dude, I'm with Duck Dodgers. I don't know why Duck Dodgers was so good. It's like it shouldn't have been that good. But it was. Like, come on. Yeah, Duck Dodgers.
How many episodes they had, I think, and you could see like how they could shift between them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good characters.
Looney Tunes, SS here. Where does it go though?
It goes above Kim Possible, definitely. I don't think it's above Avatar.
I don't think so either. The storytelling in Avatar is
so good.
It's so unique. It was like, here's the thing. Avatar could have been a lot worse. Because think about this. Avatar could have been a really bad show, but honestly, the animators did such a good job with it.
Oh, yeah. I think it was...
The animators did such a perfect job with storytelling. Aang's whole adventure. Because again, I mean, I think he never remastered an element besides air.
I think he I think he got through fire.
But remember, at the end he got the fire, but he barely learned how to do it. He barely had fire in him, so he's like, "Ah, crap! I just gotta use the other three elements and barely use any other ones."
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think he did master air. I think he mastered water.
He mastered air because that's his element.
I know, but you get my point. But I think he mastered air, earth, and water. I think he mastered those three. He never truly mastered fire yet.
Oh, okay.
I think after the Fire Ozai fight, which, mind you, is still, my opinion, the cleanest fight I think I've ever seen. Dude, the animation on that was so good. I was like, oh my god. Ivanka,
sequence of events.
Ivanka, I was saying this like, I was like, my dick is hard. Like, what?
Okay.
I was like, what is happening? Like, what is happening? Like, it should not be like this.
I never needed to hear that in my life. Jesus, now my ears are bleeding.
Alright, the Magic School Bus.
SS tier. Sorry.
With the Fizz? No way.
Especially for this to be in school and for us to look forward to watching it when you knew you were learning it's educational.
Hey, listen. I want to know why, like, they think like, oh yes, the theme song, oh my god.
Slaps.
Dude, the theme song was so good. In fact, we as kids were excited to watch the Magic School Bus.
That's what they said. As soon as the teacher put it on the overhead, you knew. And if it was going to be a good day.
Yeah.
It didn't matter which episode it was. Like, I still think that the one with the bats, that's a good one.
I think the one where it's like was it Ralph's body?
That's a good one.
That's
the
a good
volcano
one too.
one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Even though
I could talk about that too.
Didn't remake the Magic School Bus?
They did. Now, I have not seen that. I think that's on Netflix. I didn't want to taint the image of this one.
Yeah. Yeah, in my opinion, imagine what was that kid's name that was like I was like, why are we doing this? Like, it's like
Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold.
The redhead.
But honestly, I don't know why, but I really liked Arnold.
I loved Arnold.
Even though he was really annoying, but I was like, honestly, why are we going through this whole dangerous sequence of events? Like, why are we going inside Ralph's body for?
Well, at least he was being logical, but think about it. I don't know if you remember his cousin Janice on the first episode.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Space one.
Oh, yeah.
That shows you what a true annoyance is. He's not nearly as bad as her.
It's like, oh yeah, you want to see me do something, and took off his helmet. And it was like, what?
Whoa.
It's like what? Because honestly, he would
have died.
He would have died there. There's no way. But yeah, he was like, I just got frostbite. I'm good.
And we're like, no.
He's like, nah, my man's dead.
Bro.
Honestly, Arnold died on the first episode. Like that's crazy.
Rip.
That's crazy though. But yeah, Magic School Bus, yeah, SS tier. I don't think it's better than Kim Possible.
I don't either. I think it's good. Don't get me wrong.
I think it's
good.
It's
not at that level.
Dude, I remember that one where like I think it was the car where they went to like the little mechanic dude. And in fact, that Ralph tried to build a robot. I was like, "Whoa!" Like it's like, why? But it's like somehow he made it, it's like, okay, why not?
Oh, there's another one too. I can't remember specifically what happened, but they were setting up their classroom for like their parents to come and view it.
Oh, yeah.
And Miss Frizzle had her bus, and they were like, she can't show them what we do, every day. And they came in there like, I think it was Ralphie's mom. I might be wrong. That was like, what do y'all do every day? And he was like, we make projects and we tour and we all these things. And she's like, and then too, even on the episode of his body, his mom's a doctor. So remember, she came in and she saw it. She's like, what channel was that? He was like, the Health Network? I don't know, something like that. She's like, it's so realistic. And he's like, yeah, it is.
Honestly, I just think that Mexico Bus is just iconic for it being a freaking school video. It's like, everyone knew when that came on, it was a slap. No,
it really was.
No man, it's like, but it sucks because they're like, oh hey, write down some notes. So it's like,
right. You're trying to enjoy the show.
You're trying to do the iconic Magic School Bus. It's
right.
like here, write down some notes.
Right.
I'm like, bitch, I ain't gonna try to do that shit.
We're trying to watch the show because it's informative and we enjoy it.
Yeah, but so next week, My Gym Partner is a monkey. Well, okay, we're gonna get back to that one. All right, so let's begin with My Gym Partner is a monkey.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts about this? Oh, do you remember this show?
I vaguely remember. I remember the kid was a redhead. His monkey had like a backwards cap, and it was like a school full of animals, right?
Yeah, because I remember the theme song, and it's like, it's a pain in the. And it's like what? It's like Adam. It's like what? I'm gonna say neck. Like he was gonna say ass. Come on, like, he's gonna say ass. I was like, allow it. Oh, I think.
I don't remember enough, I think, to rate it because I watched it, but not that often.
Yeah, I can't really rate it. I don't remember that much about it.
Yeah.
So I'm putting never seen, even though we have seen it.
Right.
I just don't remember that much about it. So I don't want to give it a rating and be like, oh, it's like a D, but it's actually like pretty good,
Right.
I think this is Nestle Classified School Survival Guide. I watched this one.
I did too, but not enough to, I feel like, rate it. From what I saw, I wasn't the hugest fan of it. I know a lot of people really, really like it.
I watched it. I remember watching this, and I think I watched the full thing. I think it was on Netflix. It was on some type of streaming platform.
They put that on Netflix?
I think. I remember like they had the whole series on some type of thing. I don't remember why I watched it, but I watched the full thing, and I thought it was a nice show. I mean, I kind of got the whole premise of the show. I mean, I understood the whole thing. So I think honestly, it's a B tier. I think it wasn't bad. I mean, for live action, it was pretty okay.
Yeah, that might be too. I watched that when I was a little kid, like 8. So of course, to me, that didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But I watched it now, it might be different. But yeah.
Yeah. Phineas and Ferb.
We were just watching this today, right?
Yeah, it came on today.
It honestly is still as good as I remember. I'm surprised because a lot of times when you watch a show as a kid and you watch it as an adult, right, it's not as good. But I think it was still pretty good. I put it at like low A tier, maybe high B tier.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, okay, in my opinion, I think it's better than these two shows, King of the Hill and Hey Arnold. Okay, yeah. I'm opinion it's better because I watched both of these shows, and they were better. Yeah. The Powerpuff Girls.
You already know that's an S tier for me. That was my show when I was little.
Yeah, I put it in. But where would you have it in S tier?
Jesus, I haven't looked at that since I was a kid, so I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of the S tier because I don't remember enough, but I know I really loved it.
Yeah, because we want a whole tangent about the Looney Tunes show. Yeah, we don't hold it. Regular show. This is my show. Personally, I have like 4 shows in the S tier, but this is another show I think that belongs in the S tier because. I don't know why, but somehow it became so iconic. Everyone has at least seen at least one regular show episode at least once.
Yeah.
At least seen one regular show episode. May not see the whole season or whole series, but they have at least seen one episode of regular show. Oh, it's Ren and Stimpy.
Never watched it.
I have. It is honestly, I had no idea what was happening most of the time. I was like, what the heck is happening? It's like. And I was like, this is allowed on, because manga. This was like one of the more raunchier like kids cartoons. Like a lot of like raunchy jokes were in this one. Honestly, I did not. I was like, they allowed to show this to kids, and like kids were just watching the heck out of this. And honestly, I don't think I could put it in the C tier. Could I put it into the D tier? Honestly, I think because it's like Ren and Stimpy, it's iconic for like the wrong reason. I think that's the problem too with Ren and Stimpy. So I think it's in the D tier. It's iconic for the wrong reason.
Okay.
What about Chicken? Now this is another one too that is on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
So I watched this, and I think honestly, it's okay. Pretty much the whole thing of Robot Chicken. Imagine Saturday Night Live, but it was just animated.
Okay.
So that's the general premise of Robot Chicken. When people like bring like characters in, it can be like from different like genres, like Barack Obama met Godzilla once. It's like it doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't have to. It's just animated.
Okay.
So that's how it is. Rocket Power, never seen.
Me neither. I was trying to see if I recognize that, but I don't think so.
Marco's Modern Life,
Never seen it.
never seen it either. Rugrats.
Okay, I mean, I've seen it, obviously. I'm like, who hasn't seen Rugrats? But I didn't ever sit down and just watch it. So I can't rate it.
I mean, the only thing I remember is, like, the grandpa, he said, like, I was up all night watching, like, his shows. It was, like, and look at the covers, like, it was, like, goals and, like, they were, like, I don't know, man. It was weird. I forgot what the whole premise of that episode was.
Okay.
But, never seen, or?
Never seen. I can't rate it.
Yeah, I can't rate it. Samurai Jack.
We love Samurai Jack.
Oh, yeah, we love Samurai Jack. Can I put it? I think I could also put it in the S tier, too. But where in the S tier? That's the question. Could you... Okay, would you put Samurai Jack over Hannah Montana?
Yeah.
Okay, Kids Next Door?
Ooh, that might be on the same level.
Yeah, so like they're like right here in my opinion.
Yeah.
But dude, they came up with Samurai Jack like, you know, later on, like when he was still in the world. It's like, dude, why still does it hit so much? Oh, Scooby Doo. Well, I guess what Scooby Doo is that?
That's got to be the original, I think, because it doesn't say that. What's New Scooby Doo? Yeah, I would just go ahead and say that that's the OG.
Okay, OG Scooby Doo.
OG Scooby Doo is an SS tier for me. It might not be as good as I think like What's New Scooby Doo or even their movies, but it streamed everything.
Yeah.
So
it pretty much created the whole catalyst of Scooby Doo.
Right, exactly.
This is come out like in like the 40s too.
That came out in the 60s.
Came out in the 60s.
It was like 69, I think.
Okay. What was that one that came out in the... That was like one that came out in the 40s around that time. I don't know which one it was. But I know... But yeah, I think, honestly... But I think it is better than the Magic School Bus.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it's better than Kim Possible.
Not the first one, no.
No, not the first one.
Not the first one.
Alright, The Simpsons.
Never watched it.
I'll put it in the same tier as Family Guy and Futurama. They're around the same way. Because they're pretty much... They're like the same kind of show... But The Simpsons have been on for much longer than Family Guy. Alright, South Park.
Never watched it.
I have watched. Dude,
I mean, I've heard stories about it.
Dude, South Park, I don't know why, but like, Bonga, there's like so many seasons of South Park too. There's so many seasons, so many movies. There's been like 2 games about South Park. So yeah, I think it belongs in the SS tier. For going on for this long and for people to still watch it. People are still watching South Park to this day. I'm still watching South Park because I think, yeah, it's a little weird, but it's just, it has become iconic for that reason. SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'd say S tier. The later ones are weird, but if you're basing it off of like early seasons.
But I think the way I'm going to describe it is that it's SpongeBob. I think you have to give it an SS tier.
Even including the later seasons.
Even including because sometimes the later seasons, some later season episodes have been good. It's a hit or miss.
For me, it's the end of an SS tier or the beginning of an S tier.
Yeah, I'll imagine. I think because SpongeBob, he's iconic.
Yeah, I think if they didn't have the later seasons, it'd be top SS tier.
But again, they gotta milk it dry. You know.
Well, yeah, they gotta milk that dry forever.
I mean, think about it. They have freaking Camp Cole. I mean, they got this Patrick show. So I mean, they gotta milk that baby dry for as long as they can. Steven Universe. I have seen this. I didn't think it was that good. I honestly, I think it's more or less of how the fandom is. If you know what fandom is, right?
Yeah.
The fandom is so bad for Steven Universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's terrible, and I didn't like it. I've never really cared for Steven Universe. I could kind of get the whole premise is a cool concept and stuff like that, but it's like, was it as good as like, did you think it was as good as these shows? No, I don't think it's as good as regular show, Adventure Time, or Gravity Falls. I don't think it was as good as those. But I don't think I could put it along the same line as Flapjack and Ren and Stimpy. I don't think I can do that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put it at the end of C tier.
Okay.
I just did not like Steven Universe. The Sweet Life on Deck and the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. So they're both the same thing. I guess we'll put the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody first.
Right. So that was our show growing up.
Oh yeah.
Not Sweet Life on Deck, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. For me, I'd say that that's an A tier. And On Deck, I'd probably say is like a C tier. I don't think it was necessary, and it wasn't nearly as good as the first one. At least for me.
What would you put on an A tier though?
Probably behind like Phineas and Ferb.
Behind Phineas and Ferb? Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think C tier? Why do you think this belongs in the C tier?
I feel like honestly, like how you said they're trying to milk dry SpongeBob. They were trying to keep Zack and Cody going with like the same premise, but it wasn't.
But again, they could have kept this. They kept this going for it. But then when they go like on into college, they could have done that. But again, they kind of ended it at this point.
Yeah, which I think was smart. I just think they should have just stuck with Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
But again, I did like that. Was it Cody got a girlfriend?
Right, Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey.
Yeah.
I thought they were good together, even though the fact that Bailey kind of left him high and dry a couple of times. But again, hey, listen, we don't question those things. It's a TV show. But where would you put this?
Probably above Corey in the House.
Yeah. Total Drama Island, the most iconic series, probably.
Honestly, the first season with like Owen and them, I actually liked it. Then I think after that,
but I think they're just basing it off the original because I don't think, again, if they did, they probably did like the franchise just in general. So the original Total Drama Island, I think the characters and the way they were built, all the characters were built so weird. They were all they were all built different. They really are.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of like, Owen was a funny character.
Oh yeah.
Owen was a funny character. You can kind of tell who was gonna win and who was gonna lose.
I can't say I could tell.
I could tell because again, fun fact. There was actually multiple different final episodes.
Oh really?
So like, there was one where Owen won, and there was one where Gwen won.
Oh okay.
So like, and it was both. I think it was one where they both won. So there was multiple different final episodes of who won at the end. What's I thought? Hey, listen, that was pretty sick, and it's pretty cool to see like that. Total Drama Island just kind of like spawned like a whole like franchise.
Honestly, the amount that came from that is absolutely
ridiculous. And they had the what was it, like the baby one? I think it's Total Drama Rama or something like that. That's my notification.
Oh, I was like, what the heck? Don't give me any tell lies, but I think based off the first season, I'd put it at like bottom A tier. I actually really liked it, or like beginning B tier, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's good as Robot Chicken. Yeah, Teen Titans.
We already know SS tier.
SS tier. Like,
SS tier.
Come on, it's Teen Titans.
But is it at the bottom of SS tier, or is it moving up?
Ooh. Okay, it's better than SpongeBob. It's better than Magic School Bus. Better than South Park. Better than... You know what? I think it's better than Kim Possible. But for me, I don't think it's better than Star Wars: The Clone Wars. But again, that's my bias coming into me.
Yeah, put it right there.
Yeah, it's my bias. I just love Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I just do. That's so Raven.
Bottom A tier. But I'd say above The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good show.
So why do you say That's So Raven is an A tier show?
I just think, just in general, for me, that's definitely how I would have viewed a teenager at that time. It was pretty realistic. At least I think for a girl. to like see another girl going through changes, not weird changes, but changes in general, and then like dealing with boy trouble and dealing with your dad and your parents being.
Oh yeah, it's totally realistic because you can totally look into the future, man.
Yeah, not that premise. Not that premise.
The Wild Thornberrys, never seen. Have you ever seen that?
I've seen the movie before. That's it.
Yeah, I've seen the movie too, not the TV show. Tom and Jerry.
SS tier. You could put it with Ooh, it's definitely below Scooby Doo. Somewhere in that area.
So why think Tom and Jerry is like SS tier? I mean, I get again, it kind of comes in the same way with the Looney Tunes, right?
Looney Tunes didn't even have to be above Kim Possible. It could be with Tom and Jerry. I just think that's just iconic. It's the same sense of like Scooby Doo. Like that's your go-to, make you feel good. Like just that like old cartoon that, at least for me, like the bowling episode's good. Mine's like T for Two when they're playing golf. I just think that they are both really good characters. I like Spike too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's just that I can't really say. I think it speaks for itself.
So you like more Tom or Jerry?
Oof. That's hard. Looking at the later episodes, I'd say Jerry. I think Jerry's really funny. But that's hard. I like both of them.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Ooh. No, I kind of remember the show and I kind of don't.
Yeah, I remember like what didn't. Okay, so I think I don't remember the character's name. The only one I remember is Alex.
It's Alex. Max is her younger brother. God, what's the older brother's name? I don't know. Her best friend's name is Harper. I don't know her boyfriend's name on there. Mason. Greg Sulkin.
Wait, is that the boyfriend or is
that's her boyfriend? That's Alex's boyfriend.
Okay.
I for whatever reason can't remember her other brother's name, but it's played by David Henry. I know that. Then the mom's name was something. Dad's name was something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I remember Wizards of Waverly Place was like, I don't know. I did not remember that much because I remember they had that whole movie, right?
Yeah, they had the movie where she forgot her siblings and her family forgot her.
Yeah.
To me, the movie wasn't that good.
Yeah, the movie was not that good.
But I like the show.
Because then the movie played into the next season of like, oh yeah, now she's the ultimate wizard. I was like, oh, sick. And it's like, oh, nothing happened from there. It's like, wow, nothing changed. It's like it's almost like the same exact show, but she's just a little bit better at magic. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but I don't know. I think it might be in the B. It might be a B tier show.
That's what I was gonna say.
But where would you put it? Maybe I'll put it below iCarly, or maybe
I don't think it's below iCarly. I don't think it's below. I think it's right there with iCarly.
Yeah. I have two more shows. We have Zeke and Luther.
I never looked at that.
I don't know what that is. That might.
I thought you looked at that, or was that the other show?
Zeke and Luther?
Or did you look at what's the one with Mitchell Moose? No, Pair of Kings. That's.
Oh yeah, Pair of Kings. That's why I looked at the Pair. I don't know why I love Pair of Kings, even though I think it got canceled. I think.
Probably. I don't think it was on very long.
Yeah, it wasn't. Because I love that Mitchell Musso like left the show. He's like, "I listen, I'm done. I'm out." I was like, "But wait, are you not gonna come back?" He's like, "Ha, suck, dude. No." And then, Zoe 101.
For me, that's an S tier. That's iconic. That's a good show. And if she didn't leave, it could have been an SS tier, but she did. You know why she left? I don't even have to say it.
Because she got pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm. But and you still said it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people know about that. She did. Mm-hmm. But would you have it below Powerpuff Girls?
Mm-mm. For me, not the same level with Drake and Josh because that's a different story. It's below Drake and Josh. I would say that. But it's above Looney Tunes show.
So it's like right here.
Well, I don't know about Family Guy and all that, so I...
Well, I mean, like, let's say we eliminate all three of these, then that's how it would be.
And two, you can move Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana would be, I think, in between Looney Tunes show and Powerpuff Girls. I don't think it's that top of an S tier.
Alright, well, this is our tier list. All right. So anything you would want? Is there anything that you would change about this tier list?
No.
I think this is a fair tier list because honestly, a majority of the shows here are like early 2000s, late 90s. That's pretty much what our tier list is. Except for like a couple of them like SpongeBob and like Scooby Doo and Tom and Jerry. I mean, but again, these are like different points at like the franchise, right?
Yeah, well, SpongeBob was in '99.
Yeah, 99. So yeah, so like
Tom and Jerry was like the '50s and stuff, '40s, all that.
that's why I was thinking about the 40s and 50s. That's why I was thinking.
Well, they're early episodes. They don't really show those though. Where like I think it was like mid '40s, early '50s, and then they started showing them in the '60s with Looney Tunes.
Yeah, but yeah, I think this tier list is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, tell me what you think about the video. Tell me, did you like our tier list? Did you hate our tier list? Do you think that maybe we got something wrong? Let us know down in the comments below. As always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.